Hey, you guys. So I have this information to share. This is specifically for Sacramento County, and it is the application for the Guaranteed Income Program. Now, this is round two of the program, and this time they're choosing 130 participants. Now, if you are selected, you will receive $500 per month for 12 months. Okay? Now, the deadline to apply is October 31st before midnight, local time. Okay, so let me go through the specifics and then we'll get to the application. So, the Guaranteed Income Program is through United Way, and it's going to be based on where you live. So, it is the Sacramento County Districts 1 or 2. And there is a link where you will be able to go to check, put in your address and see which district you are in. So I'm going to put in an old address right now and see what it pulls up as, what district. All right, so this old address, this was my old Natomas address, is in District 1. You want District 1 or 2, and then you are eligible to apply if you're within the income eligibility as well. My current address is actually in District 3, so I personally would not be eligible to apply based on my address now. So that is something that you have to be within District 1 or 2 to even apply, okay? And there is a link where you'll be able to check your address. And of course, I'm going to share the link to the application with you in the comments and in the title. Okay, now besides being within Districts 1 and 2, you also have to be within the income limits. So let's look at the eligible household income limits. Now, if you're just one adult, you have to make less than $28,205 for the year. If you are one adult and one child, your income limit is $49,945, and it goes on one adult, two children, one adult, three children, if you're two adults, so on and so forth. Okay, so here are all the income limits. All right, now for the income, they are including income from employment, self-employment, public aid, cash benefits. So if you're getting CalWorks, food stamps, housing vouchers, all of that income is taken into account for eligibility. So just know that. And also, if you are receiving public benefits, this $500, if you are selected, it will be included into your total household income threshold, and it will affect your eligibility for your public benefits as well. Okay, so other than that, the money is actually no strings attached. Okay, so if you are approved, you will get $500 per month for 1 year, which is perfect. That's a big chunk of money that would help out in a lot of ways for a lot of people. Okay, now they are choosing the they are selecting by lottery. Okay, so it's random selection. So get your application in before the deadline, and they are randomly selecting 130 applicants. Participants. Last time they were only choosing 80 participants. And from what I'm hearing, that eventually this guaranteed income program will be eligible to pretty much everyone throughout California eventually. But right now they're putting it out. These are like trial runs to see how everything goes. Now with this application, before you actually start the application, just know that for this application, you also have to complete a survey, okay? It says you must complete the survey in order for your application to be complete. It should take you about 20 to 30 minutes. Now, this is because they're working with the California State University of Sacramento to kind of get a gauge on who the participants are, what their demographic is, what their income is like what their household situation is like, to see um, who is actually needing the help, how many people are needing the help, what's really going on out here. So you have to do the survey along with the application on this run. Okay, so I'm going to share the link for this application in the comments, in the description, so look for that. So let's go to the application. You would just click start, and let's see, I'll just put in some random information. This is actually a pretty simple application, so let's go through it together. All right, so let me just name, email address. I'm just going to make up a date of birth, age range, your phone number. This is my actual phone number, you guys. This is business. If you need me for business, that's how you contact me. All right, your preferred contact method, phone, email, mail, etc. Your home address, I'll put in one of my old addresses. And remember, your address, of course, has to be within District 1 or District 2 to apply. Are you head of household or completing this application for the head of household? Yes. Including you, how many adults are in your household? I'll say 1. How many children, 17 years or under, are in your household? Let's say 1. How many of the children in your household are 5 years old or younger? 1. Your total combined annual income for your household, and like I said before, this is going to include everything from employment to public aid benefits. Okay, so put your total combined household income. How long have you lived in Sacramento? 2 years. I was born and raised here, but I moved out and come back, so I've been back for 2 years. How did you hear about the program? My friend told me about it. Did you learn about the program and or were assisted with completing your application by one of the United Way Guaranteed Income Program community nonprofit partners like La Familia or Asian Resources? And no, not in my case. Do you rent or own your home? I rent. Within the past 2 years, have you moved because of a rent increase? No, actually, but that may apply to a lot of people. Sex at birth. Female at birth and now. These questions are kind of different for me. I'm old school though, but female, male, or intersex, or prefer not to say. Then look at the gender identity. Look at how many gender options we have. No more just male and female. But I guess I'm a cisgender woman. All of that's a little confusing for me, but you know what you are. Cisgender is just regular woman, I guess. But that's offensive to some people, so take no offense, guys. I'm just going through the application. Are you of Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin? No, I am not. If so, where? What origin? Would it be Salvadorian, Dominican, Colombian? That's if you do have Hispanic or Latino origin. What is your race? I am Black. Primary language is English. If there was another language, you would put it there. My household size. Is your household size likely to change in 2023 to 2024? For example, from pregnancy, adoption, or marriage. Unless I get married unexpectedly, I have nothing going on. Are you or is anyone in your household a current or former foster youth? No. Are you or is anyone in your household a U.S. military veteran? No. What is the highest level of education completed by the head of household? I've had some college. What is the highest level of education completed by any member of household? I guess it's still some college. Has anyone in your household had to change jobs in the last 2 years due to COVID? Yes, and that's going to apply to a lot of people. And that could be due to a loss of a job, loss of hours, or other reasons that you had to change your job due to COVID. Do you or anyone in your household currently receive the following public benefits? So you will mark all that apply. If you get unemployment, workers' comp, state disability, SSI, pension, CalWorks, housing, general assistance, foster care, student financial aid, veterans benefits, SMUD, energy assistance program. I need to apply for that. Pell Grant, Child Care Tax Credit, Medicaid, any of that or all of that applies to you, check them, okay? Since the beginning of the pandemic, which was March 2020, have you or another adult member of your household ever applied for unemployment benefits? Yes, that's going to apply to a lot of people. A lot of people had to get unemployment benefits during the pandemic. Which of the following did you receive in 2021 to 2022? And you're going to mark as many as apply. So these are COVID. This is COVID relief. Did you get the COVID stimulus, which was also called the economic impact payments? Those were like the $1,400 payments that they sent out. Did you get that? Did you get the child tax credit? Those were the payments that were $250 per month per child. Or if you got it during tax season, when you filed your taxes, it would have been either $3,000 or $3,600 per child. Did you receive any funeral assistance through the COVID-19 program? Did you get the Golden State stimulus? That was the $700 that California sent out. If you own your home, did you receive the California mortgage relief? Or did you get the eviction moratorium, which a lot of people got that eviction moratorium. And then this is for the survey, because like I said, you have to participate in the survey in order for this application to be complete. So if you are selected for the Guaranteed Income Program, do you agree to complete 2 additional surveys administered by the California State University? Okay, so basically these surveys will assist them in improving the program for future individuals. And they could take approximately 30 minutes each. For this, I would definitely say yes, you will participate. And if you're not selected for the Guaranteed Income Program, would you be willing to be contacted to complete 2 additional surveys? That's up to you, yes or no. I probably would not. And do you give permission to United Way California staff to contact you to share information about other programs and resources? And that's up to you, yes or no. So that is the main application. What did I not answer down here? Something I must have passed up. I answered all of that. View errors. I said no. I guess. Okay, I'm going to just put NA because it does not apply to me. And let's submit this application. Oh, some of these fields cannot be blank. So let's just put Medicaid here, and let's put stimulus there, and let's submit. All right, and so you just go here, verify your information. All that looks good, and then you would sign here to submit the application, or you could draw your signature, and you submit. Okay, now your response has been received. That is for the application. Then you need to complete the last step of the application, which is to click this link to go to the survey. So let's look at the survey and what types of questions they are asking. So thank you for applying to the United Way Guaranteed Income Program. We appreciate you completing the survey. The answers you provide will help us understand the impact and value of the Guaranteed Income Program to you and others applying for the program, blah, 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 blah. So let's look at the type of questions. This is for research purposes. It's United Way with Sac State taking this and compiling this information for research purposes. Okay, so please answer as honestly and as fully as you can. So let's see what type of questions they are asking. Name and email. What motivated you to apply for Guaranteed Income Program Sacramento? Need money. I wouldn't put that. I would put supplement income to help with bills. You can put whatever to help with living expenses. I like that one. I'll keep that. Help with living expenses. Do you currently have a personal budget, spending plan, or financial plan? Do you or do you not? I'm going to keep it real. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Currently, I do not. How confident are you in your ability to achieve a financial goal you set for yourself today? I'm actually very confident, but you want to mark what applies to you. Sometimes I'm not confident at all. Sometimes I'm only somewhat confident, but right now I'm very confident. So that's my answer. If you had an unexpected expense or someone in your household lost a job or their income got sick or had another emergency, how confident are you that your household will come up with the money to make ends meet within a month? That's hairy. I'm going to say somewhat confident. I'm going to leave it at somewhat. I'm not just going to go overly confident just because I'm overly confident at a lot of things. They don't always pan out, so I'm going to leave it at somewhat confident. Do you currently have an automatic deposit or electronic transfer set up to put money away for future use, such as a savings? Yes or no? What applies to you? Over the past month, would you say your family's spending on living expenses was less than its total income? Over the past month? Hell no. My living expenses are extraordinary right now. In the last 2 months, have you been charged a late fee on a loan or a bill? Yes, I have. Next. Do you currently have a checking account with a bank or a credit union? Yes. Compared to 12 months ago, would you say that you and the other adults in your household are better off, the same, or worse off financially? Definitely worse off financially than I was a year ago. Definitely. In the past 12 months, have you, and you're going to select all that apply, used the money order? Yep. Used a check cashing service? Yep, I sure have. Used a tax refund anticipation loan? Used a pawn shop loan, a payday loan, or auto title loan, a paycheck advance, deposit advance, or none of those? So mark all that apply. In the past 12 months, have you sent money to a relative or a friend, not a business, living outside of the U.S. using a service other than a bank, like Western Union, USPS, so on? No. Which best describes your household's income each month? Income is about the same each month. Income varies somewhat from month to month. Income varies a lot from month to month. Right now, hey, it's varying. We're trying to make ends meet however we can get it right now. If you had an unexpected $400 emergency expense, would you have enough cash or cash equivalent to pay for it today? I'm going to say no. If you had an unexpected $400 emergency expense, which of the following best describes how you would respond today? Would you cover the cost with money on hand or savings? Would you ask for help from family or friends? Would you borrow money from someone you know? Use a credit card? Borrow from a bank? Use a payday loan? What would you do? What applies? Let's say I ask family or friends. And I'm throwing stuff out there. You guys have to put what applies to you. I'm just making up stuff off of my head because I don't even qualify for this. Number one, I'm not even in District 1 or 2. So this survey, you want to put what applies to you. Are you now employed full-time, part-time, or not employed? Let's say part-time. Currently, what is the main source of your income for your household, wages working from someone else, wages working for yourself or a family business. Um, if you get guaranteed income payments already, Social Security, unemployment, disability, government benefits, friends or family, what applies to you? Check all that apply. Have you or has someone in your household ever received public benefits like food, housing, financial assistance, Medi-Cal? Most definitely. Imagine that this is 12 months from now. How do you think your life might be different after receiving $500 each month for 1 year? I would have less stress, and less worry about bills. And I could probably actually focus on the things that are important when I have some of that pressure off. So now we're 26% through the survey. So let's keep going. How much is your monthly rent or mortgage payment? I'm going to put $1,500, even though I wish it was only $1,500 a month. Have you ever received any type of housing assistance from a public program like Section 8, lived in public housing, a shelter, one-time rental assistance grant, received other financial assistance? What applies? Have you ever not had a place to live, lived outside, or lived in a place not meant for habitation, like a garage or a storage shed? By the grace of God, no, I have not. In the past 1 year, have you ever experienced any of the following? And you're going to select all that apply. An increase in rent or mortgage that made it difficult to pay, most definitely. Did not pay or underpaid your rent or mortgage. Moved 2 times. Moved in with other people, even for a little while. Live with others beyond the expected capacity of the house or apartment. That means doubling up on the room, sleeping on the couch, that type thing. You know how we do when we got to do it. Lived in a home with deferred maintenance or substandard, not safe conditions. Lacked a safe, regular, adequate nighttime place to stay or sleep, or slept in your car, things like that. Received a written or verbal notice from your landlord stating you must pay your rent or face eviction. Any of these that apply, mark them. All right, in the last month, how often have you felt you were unable to control the important things in your life? Sometimes, sometimes. In the last month, how often have you felt confident about your ability to handle your personal problems? Sometimes, but we all need a shoulder to lean on, to cry on, someone else to help us figure this shit out, okay? Because it ain't easy, and just one brain ain't gonna get it. In the last month, how often have you felt that things were going your way? Sometimes, okay? I almost said almost never, but that's not true because God has made a way for me. He has made a way for me in the last month, in the last year, in the last 49 years, okay? In the last month, how often have you felt difficulties were piling up so high that you could not overcome them? Sometimes. I've definitely felt that. All right, let's keep going. We're 40% through. These are questions that apply to the last 12 months. Apply to your household in the last 12 months. The food that we bought just didn't last, and we didn't have enough money to get more. Sometimes true. We couldn't afford to eat balanced meals. Sometimes true. In the last 12 months, did you or other adults in your household ever cut the size of your meals or skip meals because there wasn't enough money or food? What applies? How often did this happen? Sometimes, some months, but not every month. In the last 12 months, did you ever eat less than you felt you should because there wasn't enough money or food? Yeah, could be. Put what applies to you. I'm just going through the application right now. Just marking what sounds good for the application. In the last 12 months, were you ever hungry but didn't eat because there wasn't enough money or food? Yeah, I'm sure. I look for creative ways to alter difficult situations. That definitely describes me. Always looking for another way to make stuff happen. Regardless of what happens to me, I believe I can control my reaction to it. That describes me, but shit, sometimes it doesn't. So let's do neutral. I believe I can grow in positive ways by dealing with difficult situations. Um, Neutral to that. I actively look for ways to replace the losses I encounter in life. That describes me for sure. In the past month, has your household given support to others in any of the following ways? Provided childcare or caregiving, help with getting a job or running a business, giving a ride, transportation, housing, food, meals, all of that. I mean, making connections, introductions, volunteering, touring, physical labor, emotional support, lending, donating money. I've done all of that. Or if nothing, mark nothing. In the past month, has your household received support from others in any of the following ways? And yes, I've received, um, mark what support you've received: housing, ride, food, meals, groceries, connections, volunteering. What has other people helped you with? I'll say nothing to report, even though that's not even true in my case, but I'm just going to mark nothing. In the past 3 months, have you participated in any of the following activities or programs? Civic engagement, community organizing, political engagement, volunteering, job preparation, job training, job coaching, class or workshop, not toward a degree or certificate, class or workshop toward a degree or certificate, health or exercise, class or program, financial coaching, tax prep, religious worship or activities, parenting program, food pantry, soup kitchen, recreational group activities, arts, crafts, or nothing. During the past year, did you do any of the following? Start an education or training program, voluntarily reduce the number of hours you work, voluntarily increase the number of hours you work, take time off for rest or pleasure, choose to work more in lower paid but more rewarding employment, take time off to look for a job that's more fulfilling or of a higher quality, pursue starting a business, or none of these. In the past year, did you donate any money to a charitable organization? I'm sure I donated something. In the past month, how often did you do work-related vigorous activity? Examples include lifting, carrying weight, walking, running, long periods of standing. In the past month, not much of that. Not heavy lifting. In the past month, how often did you do non-work related, gentle or vigorous activity? Non-work related, a few times a week. I try to get a little something in. In the past month, how often did you participate in any self-enrichment program, which includes attending a lecture, informational session, presentation, going to a play or concert, visiting a museum, taking a class, learning something new? In the past month, I've learned a few things, taken a couple of classes. Um, Mark whatever applies, though. In the past month, how often did you engage in activities that are political or social justice in nature, like calling, sending emails, in terms of writing elected officials, signing a petition, attending a lobby group, NAACP meetings, anything like that? Not at all for me, but mark what applies to you. In general, would you say your health is, I say is good. Compared to 1 year ago, how would you rate your health in general now? Uh, Definitely somewhat worse now. In the past 4 weeks, about how often did you, and you're going to go through each one of these questions and mark which one applies. How often did you feel tired, out for no good reason? Um, Feel nervous, somewhat feel nervous so nervous that nothing could calm you down. Feel hopeless sometimes. Feel restless or fidgety sometimes. Feel so restless you could not sit still. Feel depressed sometimes. Feel that everything was an effort. Yep. Feel so sad that nothing could cheer you up. Thank God I'm not there. Feel worthless. Thank God I'm not there. But it's hard out here, so mark what applies. Have you told your closest friends and family that you're applying for the Guaranteed Income Program? Sacramento, yes. I'm telling you guys right now, you're my closest friends and family. How comfortable have you been telling people outside your closest friends and family that you are applying for the Guaranteed Income Program? Neither comfortable or uncomfortable. I don't have a problem with it. We all could use an extra $500 a month. Which of the following issues do you think are the primary causes of poverty? Choose up to 3. Too much welfare that prevents initiatives. Lack of job opportunities, breakdown of families. Ooh. Lack of effective government intervention, lack of work ethic, racial discrimination, drugs / addiction, unfair economic system, something else. All right, you guys, mark what you think. But that breakdown of families, that's big. All right, how far are we through this? 86%. All right, so if you had received an extra $500 last month, what types of things do you think you would have spent it on? It would have went to my utilities because my utilities have gone up tremendously. So that's where that would have went. Generally speaking, would you say that most people can be trusted? You need to be very careful in dealing with people. Just check that and let it speak for itself. Approximately how much non-mortgage debt do you have today? Mark what applies. I'm going to just go in, whatever. Approximately how much money do you have in the savings today? Mark what applies. Do you got less than 400? You might have nothing. You might have a little something big. But I would think you probably wouldn't qualify if you got more than 5,000 saved. Most people who receive public health insurance like Medi-Cal don't want people to know about it. Is that true or false? I'm going to say false. For the people I know, if you get Medi-Cal, they ain't shy about it. What the hell? We need help. We need help out here. During the last 3 months, have you had enough money to afford the transportation needed for accessing health care, getting to work, etc.? Somewhat true. I need an oil change and that light has been on for a minute. I haven't even looked at the cost of it right now because, like I said, my bills have been outrageous and that's what I've been focusing on, my living expenses. My rent has gone up and my utilities have gone up. So in the last 3 months, I haven't spent any money on transportation besides gas, but I need some stuff checked out. So that's somewhat true. During the last 3 months, you had enough money to afford the transportation needed for accessing healthcare, getting to work, etc. Somewhat true. During the last 3 months, your family had enough money to afford the kind of medical care, doctor, and dentist you needed. What applies to you? That don't apply to me. In general, I trust my local government. Strongly disagree. In the next 12 months, how do you think the community where you live will change as a place to live? It will get better. It will stay the same. It will get worse. I think it'll stay the same. Describe a goal or dream you have to own my own home. And we're through 100% of the survey. So thank you. You have completed the survey. United Way will reach out if any further information is needed. And they will reach out to you to invite you to complete 2 more surveys in the future, one in 12 months and one in 18 months. Those who respond to those 2 future surveys will receive a $25 gift card for each completed survey as a small token of their appreciation. So that I should have checked to see how long that took me. I want to say about 20 minutes. It's not hard at all. It's just you got to take the time to sit there and answer the questions. But get it done because we can all use an extra $500 per month. And you have until October 31st to apply. Good luck to you guys. Thanks for watching.